Yep, fellas. Sorks got nerfed pretty hard. Um, if you were playing POE 2, patch is launched, and if you're a Sork, you're here. For my Sork right here, I changed a lot of his passive skills, but before I was running, all Lightning Conduit, Spark build. I was at a level 35, 36 Spark. I was doing 950k, running all crit nodes, 40% crit, 350% crit bonus, one-shotting T4 bosses, even with carrying 6 people. I switched to Widow Hail with a nice quiver. Um, a nice quiver, just, for faster killers, projectile speed, Pierce, carrying people through like all the crazy maps and stuff like that with aura bots. But now, with a new patch, they made some changes. And Spark Sork is pretty much dead now. And I'm sitting here trying to think of what to do to make it more viable. I'm on the standard league right now. Pretty much a lot of the gems are no longer usable. They killed off a lot of the gem slots. They're pretty much telling us no more stat stacking. If you read the patch notes, it's pretty long. A lot of people got nerfed, gemlings, all that stuff like that. But like metamorphosis now, like there's really nowhere to put it. Even the spark, the unique jewels, resonance. Before I used to have my resonance from nothing. You have to pick up 1, 2, 3 spaghettification for stat stacking, a few nodes for my against the darkness, 12 spirit, 4% crit intelligent. I'm stat stacking. That allows me to have an amulet that doesn't require spirit, which is great, But now, with the new changes, I think one of the biggest changes, I mean, I knew they're going to change certain things like, Archmage, they're lowering the damage from 5% to 3%. Okay, I get that. Increasing spell cost, additional 60% maximum mana compared to 5%. Okay, that's, reasonable. So now, the one thing that they changed with is electric battery, converting all of our mana, our energy CO to mana. It was great. You're gonna get some base mana. If you have a lot of ES base in your gear, it's gonna give you more damage because of arcane intensity, 3% more spell damage per 100 mana. But now electric battery is gonna double the mana cost. Double the mana cost. So your spark, well, I have 31 right now, but if I were to do spark at 4,500 before, doubling the mana cost is like 1,000 plus the 6% from your maximum mana. So the more mana you have, the more cost it was going to be. So before I made all these changes, my spark was costing me at 10k mana 1,000, 2,000 to 2,500 per cast, mana wise. And if you're running, chaos inoculation and mind over matter, you're gonna pretty much die. I'm casting 3 sparks and I'm pretty much oomed. Um, and they nerfed the damage from the spark, from Archmage. You're down 2%, which is a lot of lightning damage. So pretty much there's that. And of course, Spark, they changed a lot of the quality, where it's gonna throw less projectiles, and it just seems so weak. So now I'm trying to sit here and thinking of what can we do. They took away the node here for the control metamorphosis, where you can grab pure power without wasting these nodes. You can grab lightning quick, and you can grab drench, and also Eldrick's will, and you can also grab before you could grab the they don't have it here now, they moved it, but the 25% crit chance, right here, they put it here now, right here. They moved it from, I think, around this area here to here. Control magic. So with that, metamorphosis is out. That's a huge dip in damage. You have to take points out of somewhere. There's no more viability going crit anymore. They nerf lightning rod. Used to be all lightning hits are lucky. Now it's only 30% chance. So if you corrupted your anointed amulet like I did before the patch, just trying to get everything corrupted, you have to get a new amulet. I used to run all the way down here to polymathy, stat stacking, but now stat stack is not viable because the more mana you have, the more mana cost is going to be. I knew there was going to be a nerf to Sork Sparks, but I went from 9.6 million, 9.6 thousand, 960,000 spark damage. That's just tooltip. I know it's a little bit inflated because of cast speed, but still, I was literally just melting everything. I was carrying leeching parties, 6 people, and cannot do that anymore. And not until some kind of build. I mean, it was a little bit OP. They move a lot of the nodes, so the jewel nodes. So you're pretty much limited on how many jewels you can put in, which I didn't mind in a sense. But the only thing is now, lightning conduit only does 20% more damage per 5% magnitude shock, which is a huge, huge nerf into lightning conduit, which is still understandable because the one-shotting thing, they want to get rid of the one-shotting. I get it, fine. But as someone who's probably invested a lot of time in this game and gotten my character to where I'm carrying 6 people and T4 maps, simulacrums, T4 bosses, and also leeching parties, 6 people with an aura bot, and just clearing everything, which there's a lot of investment in here. I mean, I had the residence from nothing. I had Prism, Spark Prism. I had I have the Against the Darkness. I have a lot of jewels. Because a lot of investment. Now that build is completely gone. If I had to slide everything, build everything back to where it was, I would do 100k damage for my 940, 960, and I would be able to cast 5 sparks before I go oomed, which makes no sense. And my lightning kind of wouldn't be able to kill the boss like it was before. So I mean, I'd be constantly spamming my maelstrom. Definitely very rough to run when I was running it. But now, with that all being said, mana stacking sparks are done. There's no way you're not using Eldritch Battery. Double the mana cost is way too much. I have removed that. So ideally in the future, before everybody wanted to get more skill levels to spells, right? And that was like one of the main things. More skill levels to spells, it boosts your damage, but now it increases the mana cost, and it's just the damage is not correlate as much as it was before. So a lot of the gears, I had like really good rings, like even this ring right here. I put that in just to test the mana regen. Even I think Dream Fragment is still a good ring to have because of the immunity to frozen. You can use this slot for something else, but plus to all spells, skills. They don't want us to max out skills anymore. They want to keep it manageable, which I get. But now, how do I stay around? Like, your Orb of Storm is doing as much damage as your Spark. I'm just playing with builds right now. If I were to go back to like kind of an optimal build like I had before, I'd be at 110, 120k Spark, but my mana would be crazy. It's not even worth it. So I'm thinking, okay, fine. I can sacrifice Eldritch Battery, go back to ES, maybe throw on Azure Amulet, get more ES, sacrifice, my levels of skills, increase my mana regen. Let's just do it for example. Okay. Oh, well, I'm losing stats. Well, I'll do that later. So if I were to put this in, okay, it's not too bad, but I'm just trying to figure out what they wanted to do. Give up stat stacking, take out a lot of the stat nodes. We still have to work our way into minor matter if we want to be chaos annihilation. Take these nodes for, the primary thing is elemental resistance. Probably have to run ourselves into, so with the nerf of the projectiles, I actually kind of try to work my way around to these like noses and like physics fragmentation, increase spell skills, additional projectiles. I'm doing branching bolts. I'm trying to find other ones here. I had it from nothing. I had a Megalomaniac that had the deep trance, the reduced cost of skills by 10%, which would really help. And also the deep trance had like the massive fletching if I ever want to switch over to Widow Hell. I'll show you guys a little bit of the gameplay a little bit, but right now I'm just trying to figure out which way to path and what they're trying to have us do with mages now. Are they bringing back Frost? They want us to venture into more Frost builds, using more mechanics. But yes, truly before you're spamming Spark and you're just melting everything. I get how they want to nerf that to an extent where they wanted us to do other builds, but in a sense, right now it's just like all the gear that we built for this Spark build is means nothing. It's so hard to find a spot for like this diamond. I would have to actually probably find a spirit amulet now, uh, because this diamond used to be here, and I used to take on some of these nodes from resonance, and it's a great spot. No longer. Um, they did move a lot of the passive points around, so there's got to be a reason for that. I'm waiting for more of the streamers to kind of play with a little bit of build, but I'm trying to theory craft my own build a little bit here. But I feel like there's no way. I think there's the only way that Spark's gonna survive, or even Archmage. Uh, I think auto bombing is the way to go right now. Get a Temporalis. So I'm theater crafting here on the standard league, and I'm going to the new league and level my character so I know kind of what direction I want to go. I don't want to play the new character, the Amazonian, the witch. Dawn the witch. I forgot what she's even called. I'm sorry, I'm pretty far right now, but whatever. I don't want to play her yet because everybody's trying to play her. I want to play my Sork still. That's my original goal. Get to end game, fresh atlas, new economy, and kind of do get to where I was at before when I started playing this early access earlier. But I'm realizing that after all these nerfs, like okay, it's gonna change. I can't play Spark anymore, or I have to figure out a way to play Spark. In the sense where I want to be able to clear the maps kind of easily, but not to the point where like, oh, I want to be super OP or something like that. It did get boring after a while. I think a lot of the end game players I was playing with, we were really bored. We were one shotting everything. We are just clearing everything. So this is in a sense kind of the silver lining behind this because you're actually kind of enjoying the game a bit more. It's a lot harder now, but I have yet to do any of the T4 bosses. I've got my build here just to the point where I can clear maps. I went with the Three Dragons build. You just need the Three Dragons helm. Just convert all your lightning hits contribute to freeze buildup instead of shock chance. So it kind of just clears the mob a lot easier because it freezes them. And when you run it with, instead of cast on shock, you do run a cast on freeze. And I just threw comment in here because, um, lightning conduit is just not even worth it anymore. But even this now, is if this gets spammed, my mana's gonna get drained too. 368 mana. But look at the dire situation of my spark. 63,000. It's just it works still because I'm freezing the regular mobs. I'm gonna have issues with rares and bosses. I would probably have to switch over to cast on shock. I'll probably have to socket cast on shock in here and switch the skill gems down so that I'll shock the boss and comments will spam on the boss and we'll be able to kill him because cast on freeze on bosses and rares kind of suck because it just freezes them once and it'll proc one comment. But cast on shock, it'll keep procking comments as it keeps shocking. So when I used to run this build back before I kind of finalized my cast on, my spark build was so strong I just melt bosses without even using it a cast on. But now I have to kind of rethink of what I want to do here. And just looking at Orb Storm doing the same amount as my spark is just sad. But it is what it is. I feel like this is still viable in a sense where I think I have to run ES. I feel like now we have to run ES as Spark Mages. Anybody running, Chaos Inoculation, you have to run ES now. Stacking mana is not viable anymore. I don't feel like unless they change something. I feel like they did it a little bit overkill with the double mana cost with this with Eldritch Battery. I feel like they might have to change this maybe 20% if they're gonna want to give us some cost. But double is excessive. I feel that's very excessive. So I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. If you guys watch this, you're a Sork. I mean, if you're an end game Sork, you know how I feel. But if you're still new in the game, you're still building your character to the uber end game. I guess it's not pretty much of a loss for you guys because you guys have a lot of abilities to change things. You haven't invested a lot into like these higher end jewels and now become worthless. A lot of people saying all the unique gems worthless. I mean, if you're thinking about adorns, now with less jewel slots, adorns kind of got a little bit of a huge nerf. So those running a dorm, I literally gave all my crit nodes. I'm gonna run in and just run a map for you guys real quick with this build with the three dragons. I'm not gonna do any crazy map because you know I don't think I'm. Yeah, let's just do a regular map first. I don't want to go too crazy. Okay, so let's just go. I don't want any map with a boss. Let's just go Bloodwood for a second. It's just a quick run. See, show the three dragons. So if you ever used three dragons with Spark before, it's pretty simple. Keep in mind, I'm running a lot of mana regen right now. I think, let me see, I'm at, when I'm moving, 844, not too much, but. And also, I have a lot of the projectiles, extra projectiles. So, right when the spark hits them, majority of the time, they're gonna freeze and just explode. So I really like three dragons when I was leveling earlier, mapping earlier. This is probably far the best. So I'm going back to my three dragons build, right? Sorry, my loot filter just turned off because I was playing on the other league. It's manageable. I can clear maps to an extent. So I know for if I were to run on the new league, I'm gonna try to get myself a three dragons unique and run Spark. I just like Spark. I don't know why. I feel like they nerfed it, but I'm gonna make it viable. But I have to make this viable to where I can kill bosses. I don't want to one-shot bosses, but I want to at least have the ability to, kill it with ease and not like. I want to be able to kill it without having to. If I've invested a lot of my gear, I want to have to be able to kill it with ease. I'm gonna be honest with you. If you got about 200, 300 divs invested into your gear, you should be able to do that. I mean, yes, a lot of the boss fights, sure. You see how the rare, he's frozen, but the combat's not gonna proc on it. Oh god, it's gonna take me a while to kill this thing. That's the only issue with this three dragons build right here. Because my spark's only doing 62,000 damage. 68,000. You have to get close. You have to get close to this thing. Yeah, he has a proximity modifier. So, even then, if that was with cast on shock, multiple is going to drop. But as you can see, still viable to run. Oh, Com's actually doing pretty good damage, to be honest with you. I mean, it has cast on critical on there. It does 200,000 damage, so what's a crit hit? I feel like the spamming days are gone. The cast on spams are gone. I probably have to invest a little bit more into my ES recharge rate or something like that. And I'll probably try to go back to critical at some point, but maybe some more. Now remember, if you're not running like the points in the split gem stuff like that, there's a new mechanic here, the wisp here. But this is gonna be an interesting rework here. Probably have to change a few pieces of my gear. Sucks that some of the other gear are not. Yeah, definitely have to work a little bit more with my. Oh god, he got the buff. But even then, the gear I have right now is still pretty good. But to be able to run it like this, but still kind of stress out a little bit. I guess it's part of the game. I guess it's been a while since I run with ES, but this is pretty much the gameplay. If you are running Spark and you will need something to clear, this is definitely a great clear. I'm definitely gonna do this on in the new league with the fresh economy, to get 3 dragons and just run this. Oh my god, there's 2 breaches here. I'm actually gonna try the cast on shock too, with the for bossing. Yeah, this is really rough. My mana's okay. And you just gotta. Before, I guess there was a lot of unnecessary spams. To be honest with you, I'm not gonna lie. When I had the 10k mana and you know I had a great regen and mana and kill. The mana and kill definitely helps. Uh, it's lower now, but like I said, even mana and kill, you run to a rare. It's gonna take a while before you get the regen. You have to run mana remnant or something like that just to help out with the regen. But I think mapping will be fine. It's bossing that's gonna be the issue. You need to find a way to kill the boss faster. I think I think spamming Comet definitely will work, with Cast on Shock, since Cast on Conduit is no longer viable. I don't care what anybody says. 20 from 100% to 20%, that's not worth. Plus, you don't have enough gem slots to be slotting everything in now. Yeah, I don't know how everybody else is doing, but Spark is really struggling right now. But I think I'm gonna stick with it, to an extent. I would love to play other builds cold, but until they really do something with cold damage. I mean, technically, I am playing a cold build with 3 dragons here, and utilizing Spark. So, if I were to utilize Spark as my kind of proccing the cold, like the freeze, I don't really need that much damage with Spark, so long as I'm proccing enough. Uh, so long as I'm proccing enough comments. But if I can get this build optimized to where it's gonna be, hey, did I complete the map already? Defeat Zest. You know what? For this live, let's do it. No, for this video, let's do it. Oh, I was supposed to open that. Let's go see a Zest real quick. Jeez. Like, I don't know how we would fare with Burning Ground now. If you think about it. Okay, so I'm gonna grab my cast on shop. Was it already in here? It's gonna replace Blink. Oh, Firewall. And I'll keep this for now. Cast on shop. Impetus. Sparkle. Paint 2. Okay. Alright. When I get to the boss, I'll switch this down. So let's go for it. Let's see if we can kill it. Oh. When you switch over, you definitely have to switch your helm. So I gotta put my helm in here. I don't know what this thing is. Damn, that's a lot of crit. That looks like something good. I don't know. Anyway, so I'm gonna go ahead and let's just empty out these maps here real quick. When I do the cast on shock, I switch out the 3 dragons helm. Pretty much all I gotta do. Let me grab I can't even use my resonance. No, Citadel. I think they took away the zoom out option. Where's the home? And there it is. Oh, I was close to it. Good, thank God. Alright. T4 Zest. Why the heck not? T4 Zest. Why the heck not? Oh god, clearing. I need to be able to clear this in my sleep. Am I gonna even make it? Am I gonna even make it? Jesus. Oh god. A mana drainer? Really? Look how long it takes me to kill the. Oh god. Okay, maybe that was a bad idea using 3 dragons. I might have to die here, guys. I'm just trying to get to the boss. I think I should use my cast on shot because there's a lot of rares in here. See, I'm doing no damage to that freaking rare. Given this is T4, so I should have done T1 first. YOLO. Sad. Almost died there. And keep in mind, this T4 Zest, my old build would have been a one-shot instant death. On Zest, anyway. I mean, with the changes with the extra projectiles and stuff like that, it does feel nice. I mean, like, I kind of get resemblance of what the old Spark used to be like. Other than that, just the damage is too low on that original Spark. So we definitely have to use a lot of different mechanics to kind of beef up Spark. I mean, for those that used to use like Frost Wall or Spark, I guess they don't want to have an issue where they use a burst of Frost Wall with Spark and have, like, you know, Quad of the Storm damage. I mean, that feels like something we have to do now. I don't want to run a Tempo Toe, you know, overkill damage build. I would. Jeez. Whatever. Okay. Let's switch this out. Okay, so keep in mind we have these points here for, like, you know, refund energy and stuff like that. Let's see, our Spark now is at 69,000. It's not bad. We're gonna rack out the. Okay, good. I have to wait for that cooldown to come up. I'm doing every little bit of damage I can here. This is a bad idea. Let's see if I can do it. Wait. What did I do wrong? What did I do wrong? Kazan Shackle's running. Yeah. Anyways, let's do a T1 Zest.
The completed there, remember. Be vigilant beyond the reach.
I feel like Comet should have been spamming more. Let me switch to my all spell one. This will give me more Comet damage. We don't need that Spark damage, to be honest. Just give me more spells on my. Let's see, my Comet is going to be doing 100,000. 100,000. Plus 9 levels and modifiers. So level 29 Comet. Oh.
Go on.
Step close.
Go on.
It's sad that I have to do a T1 Zest. But let's see if I can kill him with T1. I need more shock chance. Yeah, I need to throw another gem in there. What am I thinking? Some increased chance. It's all crit hit stuff that I have here. I just need to throw something in there right now. There you go. Something in here right now. Just escape out. Oh, you get 4 attempts. This is without freezing. Look at the cast on shot. It's so sad. They reduced. Oh yeah, I forgot they reduced the cast on shock too. Oh no. Oh god. I think it was like two shock chance versus 1 or something like that. Oh, I forgot overabundance skill gem reflects shock to you. Something like that. Jeez Louise. Yeah, it goes up so slow. Oh, let's see what happened at the boss. I probably have to refine the gems a little bit more shock chance. Orb of Storm should have done it. I'm gonna take a look at Orb of Storm one more time when I get up there. Yeah, T1 on this. I guess the sparks still, and they lowered the health for non-unique. So I guess I mean. Jeez. Okay, I gotta check something real quick. Make sure this is only okay. Okay. Storm, overabundance, what's that? Oh. Overcharge. Shock caused by supported skills are reflected back to you. I don't need magnitude of shock. No, I don't need that. What the hell? Okay. I think that's why I died earlier. Alright, come on. Oh my god. My energy shield. Okay, it's not too bad. I think earlier what happens is I shocked myself and I died. Okay, okay. All right, that's gonna be it for this video. For those guys that are running Spark and Sork, I'm gonna still play my Sork, and I'm gonna um, try my best to just figure this out, get get to like a certain where it's just a smooth run for my current gear level, anyways. So if any of you guys have any other build, any ideas with the passive tree, I haven't really looked into it and much. This is probably gonna change a lot. Let me know. I think Sork Spark is, amazing. I don't know why they nerfed it to the ground the way they did. I understand some nerfs should happen, but not to this extent. I probably will put back into uh, change some of the skill gems out. We don't need magnitude shock anymore because we're not using lightning conduit anymore, so it makes no sense. So looks like Comet and Spark works good, but we'll see with the other a bunch of new skill. I haven't really used any of the new skill gems yet, so we still got the new skill gems to use, play around with. We'll see how that goes, and then I'll see you guys when I have an update or when someone else has an update. And I kind of want to theorycraft my own this time around. Work around this a little bit. I definitely still need this to be active because unless I get a new ES, I probably gonna change out my chest. I wish I didn't. I wish I didn't sell my high ES spirit chest, but probably since we're not stat stacking anymore, we really don't need this chest. Um, Amulet's gonna change most likely. Uh, Ingenuity's gonna stay the same, but yeah. All right, guys. I'll catch you guys. I'm probably gonna post more. Hopefully, we'll get this stable. I'm gonna play on the other league and just progress my way um, in the new economy and try to get to where I'm at. I'm gonna use this page. I'm gonna use this one here just to test out builds and stuff like that when I get to the end game over there. Catch you guys later. Thanks.